I stand betwixt land and shore. One side is deep and boundless with untold mysteries. My foot sinks further in. I fear I will fall like an anchor. I could drop to the depths, where no light shines. I could fade into the nothingness with no one besides me. What truly scares me about the sea is drowning, fighting for air just under the surface, sinking down into the jewels of the unknown, fated to a lonely, miserable, excruciating death. On the other side is firm, hot and solid. The sand is sticky and the heat is unbearable. But I can see the footsteps of all the people who have walked this road before me. I fear if I follow them, I will buckle under the heat, or walk too far away from the shore that I forget how to swim. What truly scares me about the sand is not that I stand on top of it. It's that I will be like it, a single grain, indistinguishable from the next, leaving no mark to prove my existence. So still I stand, with one foot in the ocean and one firmly on sand. I've been standing here so long, waiting for the answer. I take a deep breath and dive in.
A little thing about me is that I like to write. And I wrote that poem because it kind of illustrates how I'm feeling. I know I'm just a random person and you're like, oh, who's this? Now that I'm 21, actually, I feel like I'm an adult. And I'm trying to think about what kind of person I want to be, you know, how I want to live my life. And if I could go a little English teacher on you for a second, I guess the sea is that part of you as a kid that keeps that dream alive. You know, those fantastical dreams that are so connected to your soul and how you feel about who you are. And the sand is reality. It's once you've graduated and you go into the working world and you become actualized. I was talking to a friend about this recently. I was like, how do you make sure you keep your dreams? You know? Things that stoke the flame inside you. For me, that's writing, that's being creative. And I've always wanted to do this again because I did it when I was a kid, and I was like, you can watch those videos. Like, I'm not going to private any of them. They're like part of me growing up, so it's kind of funny to see them. And I really enjoyed it. So I thought about this for throughout university, but then I was a bit busy during uni. Then I started thinking about it after I graduated. I started a new job, my first like corporate proper job, all my big woman things. And then I started watching channels that I admire, other creators, and I was like, oh well, my stuff isn't as professional. It's not as beautifully edited and just so cool. Like one of the things I wanted to do was video essays. I thought were fun. I wanted to do them on like anime or pop culture or some movies I was watching. But I just feel so overwhelmed, you know, like drowning, kind of. It's like, it feels like this massive feat. But then I just told myself this morning, I was like, prayed on it. God was like, you can't keep waiting for things to happen to you. If your life is always a series of things just coming upon you, you're not gonna actualize the things in your head, right? And you have to like get out of your head. Stop being so afraid. I mean, obviously, to delete videos of me as like a 13-year-old talking about whatever I was talking about back then. I'm not like afraid. It was just more a fear of failure. I think that's really what it's about. Because failure looks differently, right? On the side of the sea, I feel like I put it in terms of like creativeness, the creative arts, entertainment, as it were. And it feels like when we hear about failures in that way, they can be so spectacular, like huge failings. Or for every spectacular failing you hear about of this one movie star or this one creator who just, fell from grace, there's so many others who just faded into nothingness, you know? Was something for a second and then was nothing 2 seconds later. And I guess I was afraid of that. I still kind of am. But then on the side of the sand of the shore is what I went to school for. It's the job, it's your responsibilities. And I worry that I won't be extraordinary. Like, I have an image of myself in my head. I think I'm the bomb, okay? I really like myself. I mean, I'm still growing. There's loads of stuff I don't like about myself, but for the general, like my personality, I think I'm getting there to the ideal person that I want to be, right? Does anyone else do that? Make like little ideal versions of who they want to be? I did that when I was like a kid. I was like, when I'm in university, I'm gonna have this life. Once I'm out of uni, 21, I'm gonna be like this person. So my life has been a series of becoming the person of my dreams. um, but I don't want to just fade and not do the things that are in my head. I guess that's what I mean when I say. I guess that's why I wrote the poem. I have to decide what kind of person I want to be. Another thing I thought about coming on here and talking about was what it means to be a good person. Like, I was thinking about, I think it's called cobalt, something like that. Like some mineral that they put in all your phones and your computers, and how that's like really exploitative and all this. I was reading so many articles about it. I was like, oh my gosh, what? I got so sad. I was like people right now are like going through it so that we can have phones and computers. And everyone has a phone and a computer. So then after I learned about this like distraught history or current real lifeness that's happening currently, I looked up like how to get like a phone that doesn't have that material. It was like $600 or something. And then I was like, well, I have the phone already. I'm on a contract, right? And I have so many computers. So many. So there's not much I can do insofar as, oh no. I mean, then I started thinking about if I thought about every single decision of my mundane life, of my everyday, and how much terrible things goes into everything, I think I would lose my mind. I think I would like legitimately lose my mind. So then I was like, how do you stay a good person when just using your phone, buying a phone, using it because you need to use it, there's so many unintended consequences. I think is after I watched The Good Place for like the 14th time, I was like, what is it to be a good person? And I felt a little lost for a bit, and I prayed on it, read my Bible, and kind of grounded me a bit more. I think I can just do my best, because I want to be able to look back on my life after I die. I know that's really morbid. I'm only 21, but I don't want to be someone I can be proud of. Live a life I can be proud of. Yeah, I guess that's where my head was at when I wrote this. I feel like I'm on a bit of a crossroads, and I pray to God that I choose the right decision, and that I don't fail, or if I do fail, I learn from my failure. I don't think I want to be afraid of failing anymore. And you're afraid of failing, I feel like your life just passes you by. You know? I think I'll do another video like this next week. So maybe let's call that every Saturday. Live up to that. And you can come see what's brewing in my noggin next week. I don't know what this is gonna be yet. But I hope you're willing to find that out with me. I've been Phyllis. Thank you for watching my video. This is something I used to do when I was a kid. Because I used to grow up in like the YouTube era of like when people did like specific outros. I used to do XOX. And I'll see you in the next one. No, but really, bye. I'm gonna be so mad if that wasn't recording, because you know I dropped my little philosophy there.
This day that God has given me, I'm not gonna waste this joy deep down inside me. I'm not gonna shake. Been stressed for so long, so stuck in my own way. So I'm